Well, from the early 1980s until I would say about, the late 2000s, or I don't know how you describe that, like 2007, 2008, I was a hardcore skeptic. And Pat Michaels, just for full disclosure, I like Pat as a person. He's very intelligent and very engaging. But I got to know him pretty well back then, and I know he didn't think it was a big deal. And there were he had enough solid counter arguments that I thought it merited listening to. The mistake I was making, and didn't realize it until very recently, was that I was only looking for information to support what I already thought and was not interested in listening to anything contrary. And so I woke up one morning and there was this question in my mind about, Greg, are you engaging in confirmation bias? Are you only looking for information to support what you already think? And if I was honest with myself, and I tried to be, I admitted that was going on. And so the more I talked to scientists and read peer-reviewed literature and tried to conduct myself the way I had been taught to conduct myself at Penn State when I was a student, it became very difficult for me to make the argument that we weren't at least having some effect. Maybe there was still a doubt as to how much, but to say nothing was not a responsible thing for me to do as a scientist or a person. And people ask me, was there some key scientific discovery that tilted you the other way? Or, as you say, did somebody say something to you? And it was really, I think, for lack of a better way to put it, my conscience getting to me. At least a scientific conscience, where if you go to an institution of higher learning in science, they teach you to have a hypothesis, but then to test it. And they tell you the best way to test it is to prove yourself wrong. And only upon failing to do that do you accept your hypothesis as your conclusion. I was jumping from step 1 to step 3. And that's not good science. And so since that time, as I've looked into more and more information, it has become clearer and clearer to me that we are having an effect. It's a significant effect. And I become fascinated with human behavior on this issue. And why are we so polarized, not just on this, but on so many things? And is this just a microcosm of a much bigger problem?